Thank you, everybody, for coming out. We got a couple of works for you today. We got some Bach. I like Bach as a Lutheran organist. It kind of comes with the territory. We've got some Mendelssohn and then a little bit of French music at the end to spice things up. The first piece is Prelude in B minor by Bach. Not a whole lot to say about this. If you feel like you keep hearing the same patterns over and over, you're not crazy. There's a lot of themes that keep coming back, and you'll keep hearing them over and over. But that's about all I have for this piece, so enjoy. Okay, this next piece is from Felix Mendelssohn. He kind of sounds like Bach because I think he picked up some Bach tendencies and therefore I like him. This piece is from his Sixth Sonata, which, based on my research, a sonata is a piece of music made up of several contrasting sections, kind of taking different themes and the same idea. This sonata is based off of the chorale Vater Unser, which is the hymn Our Father who in heaven above. If you're not familiar with the tune, that's okay because this part of the sonata doesn't sound anything like the tune. It has it's a lot of string sounds, so don't fall asleep, there's more to come. But this is the finale from Sonata 6 by Felix Mendelssohn. All right, the next piece, kind of pieces, plural, I guess, is the Passacaglia and Fugue in C minor. First of all, Passacaglia is a piece built over repeating bass line, which you will hear at the beginning in the pedal, and it will keep going for most of the piece, so if you don't have it memorized by the end, I'm not sure what to say. But it will keep going. Sometimes it passes to the hands, but mostly it's in the bass line. So that's what a Passacaglia is, and it does not make it easier to play the same pedal part over and over. Then we go into the fugue right away. A fugue, if you're not familiar, is built around what is called a subject. So at the beginning, a subject will be introduced in one of the hands or the pedal, and then it kind of gets passed around in like a conversation. So it'll start in one part, and then it'll go to another, and then it'll kind of keep weaving back and forth the whole time. And then in this piece specifically, if you haven't heard enough of the Passacaglia theme, it comes back in the fugue too, so you get it for a nice long amount of time. I think that is all. And you'll get to hear a couple of different organ registration sounds as well. But this is the Passacaglia and Fugue in C minor. All right, this last piece is the easiest for me, most challenging for the page turner, because I printed it single-sided and it is 11 pages. But hey, we're saving trees. So, this is a French toccata. Toccatas typically are not like this. The word comes from Italian, toccare, which is to touch. It's usually written as like, it sounds like you're figuring it out in the moment, which is hopefully not the case. But when it comes to French toccatas, it's very fast and go, and there's no break, it just keeps going. And they're usually highlighted with a very strong pedal line that comes through in the midst of all of it, so you will hear that in here. Also, I like it because it sounds kind of dark and scary, which is my favorite type of music. If you know me well, I love Lent because that's when the best music is. No cheery music comes from me on average. But this is Toccata from Suite Gothique by Léon Boelman. Okay, we can transition to 2 hymns. It'll be a lot nicer. The first one will be hymn 644, The Church's One Foundation. All verses, nothing special. Okay, our last hymn will be 507, Holy, Holy, Holy. I think we're coming up on Trinity Sunday, kind of appropriate. But before we sing, I'd just like to say thank you for everybody coming out. And thank you to the ladies that prepared the lemonade and cookies, I think, in the other room. But that is all. Hopefully you enjoyed the music. There will be no postlude after the final hymn, for obvious reasons. So you may exit after the hymn ends. There will be no out music.